I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. An autopsy is being conducted on a pit bull to determine if it was rabid at the time it attacked 3 members of a Town of Wallkill family at their home Sunday. According to town police, 2 of the victims, 8-year-old Janice Jones and 57-year-old Rosalind King, were able to escape their Belle Vernon Avenue home out a window. The 3rd victim, 55-year-old Darren Gardner, the dog owner, was removed from the house after police used a taser, a ballistic shield, and a catch pole to restrain the dog that died a short time later. Family members were not up to speaking with us this morning, but Gardner's sister Rochelle described the family's ordeal.
They've got wounds all over their arms, are bandaged all the way up from the fingers all the way up to the elbow, and his right leg is bandaged about that much on his thigh, outer thigh area, where the dog was trying to grab. He went to get the dog off of his wife and the little girl, and then the dog attacked him. And he lost his balance. My brother lost his balance struggling with the dog, and the other 2 ran in the bedroom to get away. And then the dog started trying to drag him to who knows, but he gashed him up pretty bad. And then the police were called, and they barricaded themselves in the bedroom and wouldn't come out. And then when the police came, they tasered the dog, and they said he died from a heart attack from the tasing. My brother said he knew that the dog wasn't right because he could tell by the way the dog was looking at him that he wanted to kill him. So, and it was totally out of character.
Police say 8-year-old Janice Jones and Rosalind King were sitting on a bed petting the 3-year-old pit bull named Supreme when the dog bit the child's face and the attack began. A new Windsor man has been charged with first-degree rape and second-degree kidnapping after police say he grabbed a woman off the street in the city of Newburgh, dragged her into his car, then drove her to a location in the town of New Windsor where she was sexually assaulted. The victim of the alleged attack was able to escape and get help from a female jogger. Peter Donnery was arrested 5 days after the July 3rd incident. Today, the 28-year-old New Windsor man was arraigned on the charges. Bail was set at $100,000 cash, pending a court appearance August 5th. A woman from New York City's been arrested for leaving her young child unattended in a car parked at Woodbury Common. Patrolling Town of Woodbury police officers were flagged down by a passerby who had spotted the child, less than 2 years old, strapped in his car seat with the doors locked and the windows partially open. Police say the temperature outside was 80 degrees at the time. 15 minutes later, 35-year-old Sylvia Harden returned from shopping. She was charged with endangering the welfare of a child. The child is now in the care of Orange County Child Protective Services. Officials in Western Sullivan County were meeting with DEC officials today to find out if local towns impacted by recent flash flooding can get a green light from the state to use its equipment to remove debris from streams a couple of times a year in order to prevent future flood damage to bridges and roads. The towns of Callicoon and Delaware and the village of Jeffersonville are currently awaiting word from the state on whether they'll be getting funding to make needed repairs to infrastructure, homes, and businesses damaged by the flooding brought on by heavy rains earlier this month. DEC is often reluctant to allow communities to clear streams for fear of possible harm to aquatic life. The Federal Small Business Administration also has plans to survey those impacted areas. No decision yet from Orange County legislators on whether to accept County Executive Steve Newhouse's plan to cut 50 county employees and offer early retirement packages to more than 500 eligible workers. During yesterday's Personnel and Compensation Committee meeting, a number of legislators criticized the idea of laying off workers before the county knows how many workers would take early retirement.
It would seem to me that some of these positions have been vacant 2-3 years. If you would have just let attrition occur and not fill these positions, you wouldn't be looking to fire 50 people. On the other hand, after you've hired 145. And I think a lot more homework has to get done as to the whole picture of the budget, the whole pie. I think that has to get done in Ways and Means. I think this might be a little premature at this point.
But Legislative Chairman Stephen Brescia said the legislature needs to take action now, with hundreds of layoffs looming later this year amid a projected $60 million county deficit.
I wanted to get the process going. That's why I asked for these layoffs. I can appoint a mini task force, or we can do what you just suggested up there. But we still have to get there. But we're going to spend another month to talk about 50 jobs, when 2.5 months hence, we're going to be talking about 400 or 500 jobs. And I don't know any way around it.
County Executive Newhouse has said his 2015 budget proposal will include several hundred layoffs unless the county's Valley View nursing home is on its way to being sold by then. Yesterday's debate was tabled until next Tuesday, when lawmakers from 2 committees will take up the layoff and early retirement issues. West Point Superintendent Lieutenant General Robert Caslin says progress is being made at the academy to deal with the issues of sexual harassment and sexual assault. The superintendent delivered that message to the academy's Board of Visitors Monday, saying efforts continue to be made to get cadets involved in the prevention process. Recent cases at West Point have included a coach who was fired for allegedly inappropriate behavior toward a staff member, and an Army sergeant stationed at West Point who pleaded guilty after being accused of secretly photographing and videotaping women. In Kingston, police have arrested 2 city residents during investigation into crack cocaine sales in parts of the city. 52-year-old Gregory Howard faces felony possession charges after a search of his Albany Avenue residence turned up crack cocaine and drug paraphernalia. And the Department's Special Investigations Unit capped a 3-month-long investigation into crack cocaine sales with the arrest of Henry Street resident 25-year-old Nyoka Bullock. Detectives say they made several crack purchases from her in different parts of Kingston. And the 3D manufacturing center equipment at SUNY New Paltz has been put to great use. One of the college's 30 MakerBot tabletop 3D printers has created a prosthetic hand for 6-year-old Joseph Gilbert of Chester, a boy who has no fingers on his left hand due to a congenital condition. The typical cost of a functional prosthetic is more than $20,000. The plastic hand created at the college's new 3D manufacturing center used only about $20 worth of materials. Hot, humid weather has moved into the region, and apparently it's going to stick around for a while. Tomorrow will be another hot, humid day with the chance of a late-day shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures up around 90 degrees. Thursday will be partly sunny and humid with the threat of more shower activity. The highs will be in the upper 80s. Well, stay informed by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record, and stay connected to breaking news throughout the day right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.